Okay, so here is the link for the app for Seesaw if you need that. Okay, so I'm Vanessa Huber, as she said, and I'm here because I use Seesaw in my classroom, and I enjoy using Seesaw, and I'm excited to share it with you. There's also Allison Boswell, and so, like she said, she'll be zooming in at 10:05, and she said she primarily uses Seesaw as a replacement for her weekly newsletter, but she's exploring ways to get her students involved in documenting their learning. So first off, I wanted to share some good things that have happened to you so far today. So does anyone have a good thing they want to share?
I didn't follow the ice.
Oh, that is a very good thing because parking lots are covered with ice.
There's 2 class for that.
Anything else? That's no other good things? Come on, you can think of some good thing that happened to you today. My good thing is my kids went to a new daycare and my husband is gone because he's on a work trip, and so it all went fairly smoothly this morning. I was still able to get here before it started, so that was good. Also, if you'll share one thing that you're hoping to learn from this session with someone sitting next to you. All right, raise your hand if you've used Seesaw before, just so I can get an idea of. Okay, good. So a few friends have used Seesaw. Perfect. All right, so this is kind of the agenda for today. We're going to go with what is Seesaw, why you should use it. You're going to get to experience Seesaw as a student, get some classroom ideas and examples, and then hopefully you'll have time to set up a class and get questions and time-saving tips and resources. So first, what is Seesaw? There's a little video that I will have you watch, but it's a digital portfolio that collects students' digital and physical work in one place.
So Seesaw is a new program that we started this year. It's on the iPads. It really is, to the core, a communication device between parent, teacher, and student. What makes it such a neat program or app is that it's really student-driven.
Seesaw is a digital portfolio for kids. It's a safe and secure program that only your students and parents, if wanted, and other teachers can access.
Seesaw is basically a Facebook page, but kid-friendly. You can take pictures and post them, and you can comment, and it's for sharing what you've learned and sharing with your friends, and it's really fun. I like it.
You only post learning stuff, like this was for science, and we post it on Seesaw, and then our parents have Seesaw app, so after we do it, it will send it to our parents, and our parents can see what we learned for the day, like at science or reading or whatever, like writing.
One of my favorite things about Seesaw is that they get notifications when their child posts something, and that they could go in at any time during the day and listen to their child's voice and listen to what they are learning and the language that they are using in the classroom.
Watching them work and learn how to do new things that I didn't know the program could do, and how they respond to each other is really, really neat. So just watching them grow as learners through this program, I think, has been my favorite part about it.
It's just a way to connect. I think that anytime that kids are engaged through technology and can connect or share their learning or know that someone else is watching and possibly commenting or enjoying, it makes it 100% more authentic, and the kids are then in turn a lot more engaged, and the quality sometimes comes out better then.
All right. Oh. Okay. So why teachers love Seesaw? I'm going to let you kind of read through that on your own, but mainly kids can be independent, but teachers can still approve posts, which for me is important. I like to be able to see what my kindergartners do before I send it out to their families, so I can still approve it or say, no, we're not going to share that. And then students can also show their learning. It's a great way to communicate with families about what you're learning in your classroom, and it can be used on multiple devices. Allison did a survey with her preschool families and asked them how often they talk to their children about their post. And so as you can see, 61.5% of the people that took the survey said they talk to their kids every day. And everyone said they're at least talking to them once a week about the posts. She also asked them what they like or dislike about Seesaw, and as you can see, everyone shared things that they like. No one said anything they really dislike, but mainly it gives them a way to see what their kids are doing. They can make sure their kids are happy at school. They love seeing pictures. So that's the results from that. She also asked them which posts do you like, and they could check all of them that they wanted, and these are posts that she has done. So we're going to get to experience Seesaw as a student today. So what I need you to do is grab your device, make sure you have Seesaw downloaded, and get ready to create and explore. First thing is, we're going to talk about the tool. So you can just look up here and then I'll get you started. But so the tools are, they have photo, video, drawing, camera roll, a note, a link, and an add file. Plus at the bottom, they have like the rotate. You can record your voice, draw on it, add a caption, and it's super kid friendly. So the first thing that we're going to do is sign in and add a photo. So you can do it on, if you were on like an iPad, an Android, or a Kindle, this is what you would see. If you're on the Chromebook or the web, that's kind of what you're going to see. And you're going to click on I am a student. Also, there's two ways to sign in. For younger kids, I always do the QR code, so you stand up and scan it. For older kids, they can actually just type in the class code. So depending on, and I think that's like 4th grade and above, they can type it in. Yes. All right, so, and this is also like 2 different ways that you're going to see it. So I'm just kind of showing you both ways from different devices, what it looks like. Okay, so the first thing I need you to do is there's QR codes posted all around the room. If you're zooming in, the QR code is on the bottom of resources. So you're going to scan that and then pause. So the first thing I want you to do is you're going to tap the photo. So you're going to click the green add button, the little plus sign, and then that's going to give you this screen. And you're going to tap photo and then take a selfie, or you can just take a picture of something around the room if you don't want to take a picture of yourself. Okay, so then you should get something similar to this. Well, it doesn't look this beautiful outside, but then I would like you to tap the text tool. It's a little T. Yours might look slightly different. And then you can just write a little message underneath. All right, then you're going to tap the green check in the corner saying, I'm done with that part. Is everyone with me so far? After you've tapped the green check, it's going to let you preview your work. And then you can tap the green check again. There you go. Okay, then you're going to come up with something like this. In the middle of your table, I have put little cards. If you each take a number, you can, yep. If you each take a number, you should be able to find your number, tap on that, and then hit the green check again. All right. Then it says that your item is added or will be added after teacher approval. So you probably see this waiting for approval message at the top. So let's check in with our class. Here is, I'm going to refresh this quick. Here's our class, and down here it tells me that I have 22 unapproved posts. So I can hit review, and you can see everyone's posts and make sure that you would like to approve them. And since I trust all of you and that no one put any appropriate posts on here, I can just hit approve all. And then it says everything's approved in my class. And when you go back to yours in a little bit, it will show that it's approved. Now, when your families are linked up to this, now that I've approved them, it would send it out to families. So before, if it's not approved, it won't send it. It just kind of sits there. Once your families are linked up, it will send it out to families and let them be able to see it. So here's some classroom examples of pictures that I've taken. We've done a breakout EDU. So I took a picture of my kids and just made a little caption that says, "We broke out of our box." This is one of Allison's. Friend wanted to share something that they've posted. And so they took a picture of a picture they drew. Also, when you have any guest speakers or you go different places, you can take a picture of that and let families know. So she took a picture of when they were at library. They made gingerbread houses, and so they took a picture of them. And then I also had my kids make some elves, and they wrote about what their elf would do and let them record on it. I figured this way, they were taking them home, but this way if they didn't get home in one piece, their family could still see what their elf looked like. So let's see if I can. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it very well, but.
My name is Hermie. I like to eat chocolate.
So she's just reading what she had wrote on there with her family. And you can hear it picks up background noise.
Play food.
If you've used Seesaw in your classroom, are there anything that you've taken a picture of that I haven't mentioned that you'd like to share?
I've even done just their favorite book from their book box and tell me why, so parents can see what they're reading. That's something that my kids enjoy doing. We take a lot of pictures during our small group.
I know another teacher had mentioned she takes pictures of her kids during choice time, and then that way their parents can see like that they're playing with other kids, they're having fun, because a lot of parents are worried about this social aspects. Yes. Good. No. Good. Yeah, good question. So my class, because we aren't one-to-one, that starts in first grade, so I have about 10 iPads. So they can see each other's posts just because we're all logged into our class. Their parents, however, only can see so how you have numbers, right? That would be their name. So they click on their name, and their parents can only see what goes out to their name. Now, for example, Allison shared this with everyone. So then everyone in her class can see this picture. But this picture I only shared with Amelia's family. So only her family could see this. No one else in my class. And you can see who's seen it at the bottom. It says seen by. So kind of you can get an idea of who's looking at the post. But nobody else in my class could see Amelia's elf or hear her because she only posted to her journal. All right, I think we are going to, is she ready? Okay, we're going to pause here and we'll come back and move on to the drawing tool, but we're going to zoom in with Allison. She's on a time schedule with her kiddos, so.
A couple things. There is a lot of security on that version. So when you parent access, you have to say like, "I am Brayton's mom," and then the teacher has to like say, "Yes, that teacher, that is her mom," or "That is his mom." So that way, it helps that way. So there's just a lot of security background for that.
Yeah, with that too, like when you send invites home, it gives them like a certain QR code that they can scan, so it would only go to theirs. And if you notice all around it says like, do not post this on social media, so other people can't get into your class.
Okay, I've worked with Allison about a year and a half now, getting Seesaw set up in her classroom. And last year when we went, it was a lot more of a teacher was posting. And this year, it's a lot more her students are posting. And so she started this like in August or September, and that's why she had such great feedback from her parents. It's very motivating for her to continue it because they all appreciate, they like the posts. This is also her, what do you call this? Her personalized learning, climbing the mountain is what they call it. And so that's why she's been able to gather a lot of research, and then also the teacher feedback and the input, and then this is her presentation. So we're going to watch her, how she gets her students ready to do an assignment, and then we're going to follow along with the kids as they do it. All right, are we ready?
We're not here.
We use it to take pictures. Okay, what else, Aurora? You can use it to take videos, Lexi. And we send them to our mom and dad. You're right, so they know what we're doing in our home. And your sisters and brothers can see it too. Brady, will you sit down, please? Your eyes up here. Okay, so the first thing that we learned was how to use an iPad, and we made this poster right here. Who can go potty if you need to go? Who can remember something that we need to remember to do when we're using an iPad? We did this a long time ago. Okay, so what do you raise your hand if you can remember something? Ruby, what do you remember? Don't throw it. We're going to use two hands to hold our iPad because we don't want it to fall and break. Brady, what else do we do when we're holding an iPad? What do our feet do when we're holding an iPad?
Don't break it.
What should our feet do when we're holding an iPad?
Don't walk slowly. Don't stop or don't.
We don't want to break it. So what should our feet do when we're using an iPad so we don't break it? I'm asking Brady. Brady, what should our feet do? What do we do in the hallway and in the classroom with our feet? We're going to walk. Use walking feet. Can you please put on your shoes, Brady? Okay, so we're going to use walking feet when we're using our iPad. And the third thing, what should our eyes be doing when we're walking around with our iPad? Isla, do you know?
Our eyes should be on it.
Okay, our eyes should be looking where we're going. So we're not looking at the iPad when we're walking around or we might crash. So look where you're going and then look at your iPad. So the first thing we learned was how to safely use our iPads. And then we learned about our app, about Seesaw. So preschoolers, can I have someone come up here? And I have misplaced the dongle as of this morning, so I'm just gonna do it on here. But let's see, Mickey, would you come up and show us which button you push to open up for Seesaw? Do you remember which one it is at the bottom? Awesome. And then we get to this screen. Now, what happens when I want to add something to Seesaw? Hazel, what do I push? Will you come on up, Hazel? Great. Okay, will you sit down, please? Which button do I push, Hazel, to add something? The add button. And what is the first thing that we learned to add? Do you remember, Bree, what we learned to add? Come up here and show them which button you push if you want to post something. What do you add? Click it again. A photo. We learned how to use the photo.
I need to go watch.
What are some things? What are some things that we can take pictures of at school on Seesaw? I have our poster that we wrote, but do you remember any of them? Do you remember any of the things that we said we could take a picture of? Cyril, do you remember something we can take a picture of? A puzzle that you've put together. If you do a good job putting together a puzzle, you can take a picture of that. Because can we take puzzles home to show our family? No, they stay at school. So you can take a picture and then they know that you did the puzzle. Anything else you can take a picture of? What else can you take a picture of? Ruby, can you think of something?
An iPad.
You would use our iPad, but what would you use your iPad to take a picture of? What's something you might do at Cars and Blocks that you want to take a picture of?
Toys.
Okay, toys you're playing with. What else might you do at Cars and Blocks? Hazel?
You could build something.
You could build something. And can you take that building home to show mom and dad? No, so what do? You can take a picture of it and that way they can see it. What else, Aurora?
You could take a picture of a sign that you made all by yourself.
Okay, a sign or a piece of artwork you made or a bracelet. What else, Lexi? Something that you've built. Okay, so we learned our rules. We learned what we could make or what we could take pictures of. And then we also have been taking pictures of other things that go along with all of these. What are these? Letters. And with our letter of the day, we've been practicing finding a letter and taking a picture of it. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. What's our letter of the day today? T. Okay, so I'm going to find the letter T, and I'm going to take a picture of it, and I want you to tell me if it's a good picture or not a good picture, okay? So let's see. What do you think? Is this a good picture of my letter T or not a good picture?
It is a whole thing.
Why is it not a good picture? Jason, raise your raising your hands. Jason, why is this not a good picture?
Because you almost got all of it.
Because I got almost the whole thing. Did I just take a picture of the letter T?
No.
I took a picture of a whole bunch of it. Okay, I'm going to try that again. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of that same T here. Move my fingers so I can see my camera. Goodness, it's upside down there. Okay, here we go. Okay. There we go. Oh, I definitely got it this time. Okay, what do you think? Is this a good picture of my letter T? Oh, I hear some yeses and no's.
No.
Asher, you're saying no, Asher. Why is this? Sorry, I'm show you guys. Why is this not a good picture of my letter T? Okay, so he can see a few other letters. Anything else? Any other problems with it? Aurora, what problem do you see?
It's too big.
Well, it's kind of too big, and look at the bottom of it.
It's down a little.
It's cutting off the bottom of my picture. You can't see the whole thing. Remember when we talked about taking good pictures, we talked about some different things. We said we want to see the whole thing, to zoom in, and we don't want it to be blurry. And I want you to look at mine. I think mine looks a little bit blurry. Do you see how it looks a little bit blurry? Is that a good picture?
No.
So we did a third mini lesson about how to take good pictures. And we talked about those different things with making sure you can see the whole picture, you're zoomed in, it's not blurry. And then we even learned how to draw a circle around it. So I'm going to take a good picture of my letter T, and then I'm going to let a friend draw a circle around it for me. Okay, because you know what? I couldn't zoom in enough to only get the letter T. So let's see, can I have Ethan come up, and will you show these teachers how you can draw a circle around the letter T? So remember, you push the draw button, then choose your color. What color are you going to choose? Okay, and then show them how you draw a good circle around the letter T. What are you doing right there? What did you just do? You wrote the letter T. I want you to draw a circle around it. So I want you to push the X, and that will delete it. Oh dear, is this going to make me delete my whole thing? Okay, there you go. Now I want you to try again to draw a circle around. So think about what shape a circle looks like. Very good. Now, is it clear what letter I was trying to tell my family that we're learning? Yeah, because I drew a circle around it. So now they know, hey, I'm learning about the letter T. But you know what else we can do? I want to show you one more thing that we're going to practice today. So after you find your letter, you take a picture of it, you draw the circle around it, you can use your voice to tell your family what letter you're learning about today. So what letter is this one learning about? T. And we know that the letter T makes a certain sound. What sound does it make? So here's what I'm going to say, and I want you to be very quiet when I say it so that my iPad can hear me. I'm going to push the check mark because Ethan did a good job drawing. And then I'm going to push this button right here that says record. So look here, Sarah. See that record button? Right here where it has a microphone on it. Do you see, Brady?
I didn't look
Do you
at
see
it.
this one?
I didn't see it.
Kason, look right here. The record one right here. I'll show it to you in just a minute, okay? So there's the record one. I'm going to push that. And it says recording in 3, 2, 1. This is the letter T. T says T. And then I push that pause button. And then I can push check. And listen, we can hear and make sure it sounds good. So over here is the little triangle that says play. Oops, set my volumes down to mute. Let me turn it over. Okay, we're going to try that again. Let's move it back. Okay, so listen, see if it's a good job. 1. This is the letter T. T says T. Did I do a good job?
Yeah.
So then I can push check, and then I can find my picture, my name, and post it. Do you think that you can do that?
Yeah.
Now, because the microphone will pick up all the sounds in the classroom, we're going to actually, after we take our picture and circle it, we're going to go out in the hallway with me to do the recording so that it's hopefully less noisy. Sometimes the hallway is not less noisy, but hopefully it'll be less noisy out there to do our recording and record our words. So, Mrs. Hotbaker, I'm going to have you be working on writing in their journals with the letter T, and then while they're doing that, I'm just going to have 1 or 2 friends come with me, and we're going to put the letter T and then practice the recording. And then if there's any questions, we can do that as well. So can I have Lexi and McKay, would you take an iPad and can you take a picture, a good picture of a letter T, and then circle it, so walk around the room, find one, and then we're going to get started. And then I was going to do that. Okay, did you find a letter T? Okay, take a good picture of it.
Yeah, I don't know where.
Kid's like, hey, where'd she find that?
Okay, get a good picture. Maybe you can picture your body a bit, and we'll move this over so you can stand a little nicer. Okay. Job, McCain. And remember, you can circle it, so if you don't get too close, that's okay. Okay, then show them how you circle it. Draw one for circle. Okay, can you circle the T? Yep, choose your color. You want to do this one too, Lexi, or do you want to find a different one? I bet we can find a different one. Look on this sign, Lexi. See if you can find a T over here. Okay, where's a T? I see lots of T's there. Okay, and then push the check, McCabe. Okay, now before we push the check again, let's do the recording. So come out in the hallway with me, and do you remember what you're going to say? Okay, you're going to say, this is the letter T. T says T. Okay, so push the recording, and then we'll wait. 3, 2, 1.
T says T.
Very good. Now we can push check, and now play it and listen to how it sounds, and see if it sounds good. Does that look good, McCabe? Awesome. Okay, so what do you push next to post it? Okay. Okay, and then. Awesome. Good work. Okay, will you go and ask Isla to come over?
Our word is what?
I don't know if they want to watch it or what.
I love.
Okay, did you get one? Okay, so what should we do next? Because there's lots of letters on there.
Straight line down.
Remember what we do next? First we're gonna, oh, it's okay. No, you don't have to leave and start over yet. We can draw stuff,
Please forward.
right?
Big colors, medium, forward.
Okay, Isla, will you go find a letter T for me?
W.
Somewhere in the room. I see one at the water
I
table.
slant down.
I see one.
Back up to the tree.
Awesome. Okay, so you circled your T. Now we're gonna record. So push the check. Okay, and then you're gonna, let's come out here first. Okay, and you're gonna push the record button. 2, 1. Okay, now let's listen to it because you're gonna. You want to try it again? Or do you like that one? Okay, so we're gonna push the check button. Okay, and what do you do next? Very good. So would you go and give that one to Kason so that he can work on it? So is there anything else then?
Is there anything else that you want to cover?
Or have questions or anything?
I don't think so. I think, yeah, but if we want to ask some questions, Allison, that might be great. But I think that was great for what we saw from your students.
Okay. Sorry that I couldn't find the thing to put on the projector.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay. So I'll hold it for you so you can push the button.
But yeah.
Well, it's okay. Remember, that's why we use the circle. Okay, and now what? Now push it up. Yep. Circle it. And do you want to choose a color for your circle?
Take a pencil and tap. Take a pencil and
Okay.
tap.
And then push check. So say we're done drawing. Oops. Okay, and then let's go out in the hallway and we're going to record. And do you remember what you're going to say, Isla? You're going to say T says, right? Okay, here you go. Push the record and then let go. In 3, 2, 1. Now it's going to record. You say it. T says,
T says to.
good. And then we can check. And then we can listen to it and see if we did a good job. So push right here and we'll listen to it. Does that look good? Cool. Okay.
That's like the best when they hear their voice. And sometimes it's like the first time. I love that.
Oops. There we go. Oops, right here. And then, yep. Very good. Would you go and hand this to Asher Drew? I can do it. Okay. So, yeah. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, Allison, I know that you and I have talked a little bit, but to share with this group, like, what are some of the, what was some of the most frustrating parts of this, and then why did you choose to overcome those and continue to use Seesaw?
I think the hardest thing that I've found is just finding time to do it, especially the mini lessons, because actually once you teach it, it's really, the kids pick up on it really fast. Asher, can you take a photo of the letter T? Okay, so going back in the room and take a picture of the letter T, okay? So just making time for those mini lessons, but as you saw, I mean, and I kind of extended this one to try to give you an idea of what I had taught over the 3 times. But I mean, really a mini lesson can take, I mean, it's really mini. It can take like 5 minutes just to introduce what you're going to do. And then taking a little bit of time to work with the kids one-on-one. But as you saw the letter hunt portion, they could do entirely independently. Well, pretty much, therefore, but for me, entirely independently. And then just the recording is what's new and a little bit challenging. So does that answer your question?
Yes, that did. Do we have any other questions from the room? What's the feedback from your parents? I know you shared. I know that Vanessa shared some of your feedback, but what else have you heard? I mean, I know that you shared with me some of the greatest things. That's kind of why you kind of kept moving. So, what kind of things have you heard from parents?
My way, so you can go around. Yeah, it's been awesome. Thank you. Okay, we will work on this in a little bit. Why don't you go and finish your writing, okay, Kason? So leave that here, and we'll talk about it in a minute. Yeah, the feedback has been really, really good. The parents are really excited. Everybody that's talked to me about it says we love it. We love seeing what the kids are doing. Some people have said it's the best part of their day to get that little update on their phone because you can have it actually alert your phone that there's a new post. Parents really like, I've used it some to do this kind of student portfolio work, but mostly I've used it just as a way to show my families what our classes are doing in the classroom. And so I'm actually spending more time, like the paras and the teachers are taking the pictures and then like posting, here we're working on rhyming, or here we're learning about the letter D and some of that. And so they've really liked seeing that. Most of the parents, well, I had 14 respond back to my little questionnaire. And of that, all of them said that they talked to their kids at least once a week about the posts. And I think it was like 50% of that. So, you know, about 7 or 8 of them said every day they talked to their kids about what they saw on Seesaw. So that was like the big thing for me, because I didn't get that kind of response from my blogs and my emails and everything like that.
Perfect. And this is my last question because I'll let you go be a teacher. I forgot. I don't think I've asked you. Do you have these things, anything tied to your gold standards yet?
I do not yet. Nope. But you had said that you can do that. I don't know that if it posts onto gold then as well. But it's definitely something, you know, if you then look back and see, you know, who knows what letter it is, that can help. And as they get more independent with it, hopefully I will be able to do a little bit more of, you know, assessing and seeing, okay, can they find the letter T and circle it? Do they know what sound it makes? Where right now I'm, you know, holding their hand so much with it that it, yeah, I told him to go inside and work for a few minutes and then come back. Okay. So I'll come get him in just a second. Yeah. So I have not done that yet.
Okay, perfect. No, I didn't know, and I know that you and I had talked about it, but I didn't know if that actually had happened yet. So that's totally fine. Thank you so much for giving us insight in your classroom and having your students share with us how they're able to independently for the most part. But adding that little, it's kind of that scaffolding. So you've had, I could tell that you've already had them take pictures, you've already had them draw. So you're adding that one more component, which a lot of us, these kids are 4, is that correct?
Yeah, 4 and 5.
4 and 5. So hopefully these are definitely things that we can expect from kindergarten and first graders because we have our little preschoolers. So thank you so much, Allison. You guys want to give her a round of applause?
Thank you.
All right, have a good day, have a good afternoon, and thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'll give you back to Joe to turn off the sound. Okay. Do you want to turn it off? I think they're done.
All right, we are going to jump back to Vanessa's presentation. She's going to share with us that drawing tool that these 4 and 5-year-olds were able to show us.
Okay, so that's really loud. We're going to use the drawing tool. So to use a drawing tool, you first are going to hit the add button, the green add button, and then you're going to find the little draw. And you're going to just draw this problem. So I have 5 Skittles. I eat 2 Skittles. How many Skittles do I have left? So you have 2 options. You can draw it first, and then when you're done, you can add your voice with the little record button. Or as you're drawing, you can hit the record button and record at the same time. So it's up to you. All right, when you're all done, you can hit the check mark again. Sorry, go back. And then if you want to listen to it, just like Allison was showing us, you can hit the play. Otherwise, you hit the check again, the green check in the corner. Good. So what I want to show you is I can see, like on this one, there's no recording because there's no play. So this is a picture. Now on this one here, you see the little play button. So I could play it, and then it would go.
I had 5 Skittles. I ate 2 Skittles.
Sorry, I'm embarrassing you now. But anyways, it would let me listen to it. Same with whatever. So I'm just showing you that you can see if someone has recorded or if it's just a picture on the bottom. And then again, I can approve each individual post, or I can hit approve all, and it would send out. Now, right now, we're not connected to families, so when I hit approve all, it's just staying here. A few things Allison just showed us in her classroom that she does letter hunts and has them circle a letter. We do CGI at our school, and so I will have kids actually do the problem and record out, and then I can write on the bottom what the problem is. So Decker had 10 snowballs, 4 of the snowballs melted. How many snowballs does Decker have left? So then families can see what we were trying to solve. And then I'm not going to play it because it's so quiet that you won't be able to hear it, but then he's explaining what he did on the voice recording. Great question. I actually go back and edit. Yep, so the next time you approve something, because I don't have anything right now, I will show you how you can go back and edit something. But yes, so that way I don't have to grab each kid's iPad and type in the problem. I go back and edit and add a caption and switch it. Also, let's say that I wanted Decker to post this on his, but he accidentally posted it to Jill's. I can go back and edit, take it off of Jill's, and put it on Decker's before I approve it. So that's nice too. So it's not going out to Jill's family. I can switch it and have it go out to Decker's family. Okay, we're going to try the video tool now. I know you guys are all excited about that one. So what I would like you to do is go ahead and click the ad and hit video. And I'm going to pass around a poem that I got from this book, Score, by Julia Gorton. And you can read the poem, and then you can video your partner reading it. That's what I have kindergartners do, is just video your partner. You could, switch a screen and video yourself. But I have a lot of times kindergartners video their partner. And then I'll have you add a caption explaining the message of the poem. So maybe, will you gals please help me pass? Just put maybe one on each table, that way they can pick. Good, so I see some of you asking your partner, what number are you? So you can put it on theirs instead of yours. I'm going to keep rolling along. If you, let's see if I refresh. So I can see that 25 items have been added. So I'm going to show you really quick your question. So right here on these dots, I have all these options. I can delete the item. I can also delete it up here. I can edit the item. So let's say I want to edit this item. She wrote worth a shot. I hit caption. I want to add to it a poem we read today. So then I can edit her caption, right? And now that would go to families. That is a way that I can add the problems for CGI. I also can go back and let's say, oh, they posted to the wrong one. I can edit it, take it off of 14, put it on 15. Okay. In addition, you see this everyone. That's how I get it to go to everyone's. It's a quick way so I don't have to click, 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 click. I can just click everyone's. So a few things that we've done video in my classroom. We had a kindness challenge over Christmas, and I had once a day I videoed a kid that told parents, this is our kindness challenge for today. And so then I sent it to everyone, even though it was this kid, so every parent saw this kid saying our kindness challenge. I'll do that if I send like a game I want them to play in their folder. I'll videotape a kid saying, hey, I'm bringing this game home today. Please play it with me. It works on this. And then I'll send it to everyone so that they know. We also were learning about mindful breathing. And so I wrote a caption to parents. We're learning about mindful breathing. We created how-to videos to teach our family about mindful breathing. And then it helps us use our prefrontal cortex and respond in a mindful way. And so then this is a video of a kid explaining to his parents how to do mindful breathing. So then they can teach their families what they learn as well. I would say I teach kindergarten, so the first couple of times the videos were like this, and you felt like you're riding a roller coaster as you're watching it, but they do get better and a little bit more steady as you go. All right, so the last project that we're going to do is an activity. Now, if you note down here, the teacher of the class has to add the activity for students to see when waiting. Okay, if you don't add an activity, the students won't see it. You can find the activities over, let's see here. Oh, right here. Right here where it says activities. You can find the activities and you can add your own or make your own. So what I will have you do is on yours, I'll have you go to activities, and then it will give you, you'll click on the activity tab. You can see that the one activity is waiting for you. You can read or listen to the instructions for the activity. Then you'll click the add button. I guess when I point on my computer, you can't see it. Click the add button, and then you'll be able to choose your tool. Now, here's a hint. If you're not sure which tool to use, you can listen to the instructions again. So if kids go, ugh, I don't remember what to do, it's right up on the top that they can listen to it again. And then when you're done with your activity, you make sure you click the green check so it gets added to your journal. So I'll give you just a little bit of time to explore what an activity looks like, and then I'll share some activities we've done in our class. So you'll want to hit the green add at the bottom.
See, the first time you didn't say one thing, I look at you now, you're like ready. We could be like this group, they were taking selfies of each other to start with. It makes them fair. Oh, isn't that fantastic? Oh, you know, like here, I'm still upside down. There, no, not. I do. I just took it upside down and turned it upside down.
Yeah, so you can flip it after. Yeah. So make more sense. Upside down. Take it upside down. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Perfect. So this table over here was noticing that when they put it out, they were upside down for some reason, but there is a rotate option after you take the picture.
Take a selfie and use different colors and shapes. Take a selfie and use different colors and shapes to decorate yourself. First, tap the on button. Next, tap the camera tool and make sure you can see yourself.
Okay, so I will give you a couple more minutes to finish up your creating. You can rotate the picture, but you cannot move it. You can just add things around the outside. So I'll give you about 2 more minutes. Okay, we had a really good question. Can you have multiple teachers in a class? And the answer to that is yes. So right now, our ELL teacher, I have quite a few of her kiddos in kindergarten, and so she actually is a member of my class. And so she gets the email saying, can you approve these posts? And she doesn't because she's like, I'll let you approve the post, but she likes to be able to add to it, like put her own post on, or see what those kids are doing in my class, and then she can talk with them when she meets with them as well. All right, so see some of these fun creations. Aww. You're very creative. All right, so a few of the things. A few of the things that I have done. So Allison has done the letter hunt, so you can see that. I've also done a sight word assessment. I really like this, a quick check. I will put it out. Here's my sight words. I tell the kids, click on each one and say the sight word, and then I can listen to it. It does take me a little while to listen to it, but it's better than during the day I have to pull each kid and say, okay, read these to me. I can do it like when they're at special or when I get home or in the morning, and then quickly see, oh, we need some more work on this word. So I also have done that with letter naming. I haven't tried it with sounds because it's a little bit trickier, but it's a great way to do quick checks on assessments. Yes?
Have you set up that parents have access to that yet? Or they have access to the class?
Yeah, they have.
They can see it?
Yeah, so when they get this, again, I have to approve it, but then it can send out to parent. It will send out to a parent once I approve.
Have you had any parents, like, about, I think the sight words is a really great example. Have you had any parents comment about that and they like the fact that they know what words they are
Yeah, so mainly parents have just commented like, oh, wow, like, great job. I didn't know you knew all those words. Or, okay, these are some words we can work on at home. It's because they're commenting to their kid, and I'm approving the comments. So that's mainly what parents will say. Sometimes I will do an assessment that I'm like, I don't want to send this out to parents. I just want to know what the kids do. So I'll listen to them, and when I'm done, I'll delete them. And if I delete them, then it doesn't go out to families. But if I approve it, it goes out to families. So, all right, awesome job. So now you've seen firsthand how your students will add items to their Seesaw journals. Anyone have any questions that I haven't answered so far? We're going a little over our time. So on here I have when you're ready to create your teacher account. This is a video that you can watch and that will walk you through how to create a teacher account. Also some time-saving tips. Allison had talked about how, find your picture. I also have my students' pictures on there. It's a little bit more meaningful. It will assign them any random character and they can change it if they want, but I found that it's a little bit more meaningful for the kids to actually have their own picture and be able to find their picture. So this gives you a quick tutorial on how to put the students' pictures on there. This is if you want to send newsletters for Seesaw. This explains how to do that as well. Some ideas that other teachers have used. The thing I like is I can see all the parents who have viewed it. So it's nice to actually get an idea of who's looking at my newsletter or who's looking at my post. I can also see if parents like it. So it's kind of like Facebook in that manner that they can like it, they can make comments. Yes?
One thing that I like too is sometimes I have problems with like parents responding to emails or I'm not sure if they've received my email or their thoughts about it. And then if I send a message on Seesaw, then I can at least see that they have seen it.
Yes. And then it also, the Seesaw app will link to like all of these apps as well, so you can insert things in. So that's nice to know that if you do something on another app and you want to put it into your Seesaw, you can. This just gives you some other resources and ideas. And then here's like webinars that you can watch to get other ideas about Seesaw. And then I just wanted to kind of close with a quote, "A mind that is stretched by a new experience can never go back to its old dimensions." And then here's some ways that you can connect. So if you follow at Seesaw on Twitter, you can check out the Seesaw teachers groups on Facebook. They also have, if you put in like Seesaw teachers kindergarten, there's specific, or first grade, there's specific ones. People are always asking questions on there and giving ideas, so that's really helpful. You can go to help on the Seesaw for resources, or you can always contact me, and that's my email as well. And then here's tons more examples that you can browse for kindergarten through second grade and links of other ways that teachers have used them. So last thing is I have a little giveaway prize. So if you're number 11. Ooh. All right, so number 11, because I'm a Seesaw ambassador, so when you go and present, they let you give away free t-shirts. So number 11 gets a free t-shirt. And if you have any other questions, I'll be around for a while in the afternoon as well.
Thank you so much, Vanessa, and let's give her a round of applause.